Hi, I'm Matt, and this is my music video that I made for my A2 project. I used Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline as a selected track. The interesting thing about this was it had never had an official music video because it was made in 1969 and music videos were not really around then. So it was performed live and put on a cassette or CD tape. So I was able to come up with something completely original, as there has not been a music video for this song before. This song is in the pop rock genre. Pop rock is defined as a style of music which mixes a catchy pop style of light lyrics with typical guitar-based rock songs. I did some research into other songs that are in the same genre and watched their videos. Songs like U2, Beautiful Day and others. They showed me that they are to be a typical pop rock video which contained a mixture of narrative storyline and a band performance. I wanted to get this into my video and also use the pop rock influence on my digipack. The image I wanted to create was a sort of togetherness style video which clearly tells a story. I wanted to show this through a variation of camera angles and shots. I wanted to have a typical rock band, including a drummer, guitarist and a singer in my video. I also needed a trumpet player, as the trumpet is the sort of iconic part of this song. It's how people remember it by saying the chorus and then the 3 trumpet beats afterwards. I wanted something memorable for this part, so I used a range of effects on the trumpet player to get this iconic part stuck in the minds of the audience. I wanted to carry this over to the digipack as well. You can now see appearing my album cover. It has 6 panels throughout. First of all, I will talk about the inner 3 panels. I wanted to ensure that my album cover was well linked with the video and the advert. The first objective that I wanted to achieve was a strong visual link with the video, as well as a professional looking album. I looked at my video and saw effects I had used, such as the collider effect and threshold effect. I decided to implement them into my album cover, as they would give a strong visual link between the 2 products. I used the threshold effect in my music video quite a lot, so I decided to take iconic print screens from various parts of the video and add this effect to them. I then positioned these images either side of the CD. I decided to use the collider effect as the background to these panels. However, I decided to further this effect into the main part of my inner panel by making the CD collider as well. You can see below that it looks as if it is not there. I think it looks good, as not many albums do this, and it is slightly different to other albums. The remaining 3 panels include the front panel, the back panel and an inlay. They have to be eye-catching in order to sell effectively in the shops. I wanted the front cover to be as strong and as eye-catching as possible. I used an image that in my opinion is a very strong image. Neil Diamond, as we all know, is not a hard guy like we see on some album covers, pulling such poses. People like this include Eminem and other rappers. I had to try and get his friendliness and warmth in the picture, so when I was taking the photo, I had my actor with a light smile where you can see his entire face, as it is lit by what looks like sunlight, but I used the stage light. I then wanted to have a nice background location, so I used a bright sunny day with a deep blue sky and a pavilion walkway behind the actor. This worked well, as the stage light acted as sunlight, which in fact made the actor look as if he was actually... I wanted the back of my album cover to enhance a similar effect, so I added another image of my actor and used the cutout effect around the edges of this image. I then added lime paper, a tea stain and a fountain pen with some ink leaking. The font I used was the sort that comes out of a fountain pen, so it looks like a calligraphy font, and I used blue to match the ink that had leaked out of the pen. Again, I wanted to create a friendly, warm feeling. I also wanted it to look like Neil Diamond had written it himself, and that the tea stain and spilt ink adds a sort of personal human touch, as we are not tidy and do make mistakes. The other panel on the front 3 is split into 4 sections, each with an image with a different effect on it. I did this again to make the album eye-catching. You can now see my magazine advert. This is an important part of the digipack, as it is an advertisement, and we know that advertisements have to be memorable and eye-catching to actually be effective. I wanted to have a strong link with my album cover and video when making this. I featured the front 3 panels of my album cover on the advert, as well as using the same font that was used on the album cover. I used a different image for the magazine cover this time, however I used the same technique to cut the image from the background, as I did on the album cover. I then added a glow to the edge of the image to make it stand out. You can see that I have used the same collider effect on this advert as I have on the other products. I feel that this builds a strong link and is consistent all the way through. I've used Neil Diamond as the main focus of each part of my 3 products, as he is the main focus, but mainly as it adds the warm, friendly feeling that he brings to my products. The other part of the advert is a quote used at the top. I use this because normally all new music products have some sort of quote from music magazines such as Q when they're being advertised, so I did my own to make it look more realistic. Overall, I feel that I have achieved what I set out to do with my music video and supporting products. I wanted a friendly togetherness feeling over the combination of my products. I also wanted to have a strong consistency and visual links between my music video and supporting products. I feel that I have achieved this as well. I feel that this has been done because of the similarity in effects and colours, as well as images used throughout the music video and supporting products.